I appreciate y'all joining me this evening live on millions.co and on YouTube as well. Tonight's guest, I've gotten to know him just a bit for a few minutes before, but he is a jiu-jitsu practitioner, and we're going to get to know him in detail, so to speak. Ladies and gentlemen, my main man, Mr. Ben Anderson. What's up, man?
Not much, man. Just got home from training, actually.
That's one of those cookie cutter kiss butt answers. It's like, I just got through training. So tell me about your event you got coming up, man. So you are competing this weekend.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So I'm competing in the XFA BJJ1 event. It's I'm doing a 16-man absolute division tournament with in the Octagon. So it's in Crossville, Tennessee. I think it starts at 6:00 Central Time tomorrow. So I'll be competing in a 16-man little tournament they have.
Oh, you live in Crossville?
I live in Knoxville, but the event's in Crossville.
Okay, I got family, I believe, in Crossville, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Yeah, it's about an hour west of here.
Yeah, I would love to. Yeah, I would love to go to Crossville. It's 5 hours from me. I'm from Memphis.
Okay.
So are you fighting at what? Is there a particular weight class you're fighting in, or is this open?
Yeah, so absolute division in the jiu-jitsu world is this one's going to be all ranks, all weight classes. So I could go against a 130-pound white belt or a 260-pound black belt. I don't know everybody that's competing, but I'm sure we'll draw or something for matches tomorrow before, and then we got our lineup.
And without getting too well, at the risk of getting personal, how much do you weigh?
Right now I'm about 245.
Okay, so you'd probably be one of the bigger guys there.
Yeah, I'm 6'3", 245.
Yep. All right. So you're about my size, somewhere around there. But I think I got a few I got a few, pounds on you as far as like weight goes. But yes, about 6'2", 6'3". So.
Oh, 2 years ago I was 360.
Oh, nice. How'd you lose all that?
How did I do it? Jiu-jitsu. So I started in May of 2023, and I've lost 117 pounds.
Yeah, and you're relatively young too, aren't you? How old are you now?
I'm 35. I'll probably be one of the older guys doing it.
You'd be surprised.
Oh, really?
You'd be surprised. I've interviewed a ton of guys that were competing straight jiu-jitsu like you're doing. Average age is about 40.
Golly.
Yeah, no, they do it. I got a friend of mine in he's in Asheville, Tennessee, Asheville, North Carolina, excuse me, Patrick Dodd, and I think he owns his own gym now. I've been trying to talk to him for about a week and a half or so about bringing his guys on the show, but
that'd be cool.
But he's probably in his late 40s by now, and he started jiu-jitsu late too. I don't even know if he was 40, if he was barely 40, or if he was way past 40 when he started. But he's a black belt, and I think he has his own gym now. So,
wow,
you'd be surprised at what you can do when you stay in shape. You're not.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be competing in MMA at 40 years old, starting out. Not at least starting. Now, Randy Couture was 34 when he started. In UFC, but Randy Couture turned out to be like a freak.
Man, I hope he's doing okay.
Yeah, I heard about what happened, man. The car wreck. That really sucks.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Randy Couture.
Absolutely.
So, do you have a wife and kids?
Yeah, I got a wife and married 8 years in October, this coming October.
No children?
No, just doing the married life.
Is that how we want it?
Absolutely.
Okay, good. Because it's all right. Save some money, man. There's people get mad at me for saying this, but there in '89 there was 5.9 billion people on the planet. Now, a short 36 years later, it's 8.1. I think we're doing good.
Yeah,
I think we're doing fine.
We got enough people.
Yeah, exactly. No, how does she feel about all this?
I mean, she loves it. She was more active than I was. She used to run half marathons, stuff like that. And she's, when she's not working, she teaches yoga and stuff. But she enjoys it. She likes that I enjoy it. And there's some benefits for her. Like every February we go down to, Cocoa Beach to Jeff Curran's retreat he has down there. It's about a 4 or 5 day retreat. Pedro Sauer comes down, Luis Heredia, a couple guys, and we do about
Yeah.
4 days of jiu-jitsu with about 200 people. And she just hangs out at the pool and the beach and does her thing.
Yeah, I know Jeff Curran is. I don't know who the other two names are.
Okay. Pedro is Jeff's teacher. He was one of the original Brazilians that came up here out in Utah back in the day. There's a video you can find that he fought Mr. Utah, the like strongman. He's probably 5'7". Pedro's probably 5'7". I'd say a buck 60 soaking wet, and the guy was like 6'3", 6'4", probably 250. And Pedro bloodied him up and armbarred him.
That's what I'm talking about, man. I mean, I hear these names, and I've probably heard them mentioned before. I've been covering sports and broadcasting, particularly combat sports for a long time now, and I always hear these names get dropped, but then people look at me crazy when I forget them because my brain can only remember so many names.
Hey, when you talk to so many people so often, I mean, it's hard to keep them straight.
Well, even then, like if you look at like the UFC particularly. And then these Brazilian jiu-jitsu competitions and stuff like that, there's probably been well over 1,000 guys now that have touched that octagon. So if you talk to me about guys back in the day that were like pioneers or something like that, or the champions, sure, I'm going to know who they are. But then if you ask me about some of the number one contenders, I'm going to be like, remind me who he is again.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, especially now at the UFC, I mean, all the weight divisions besides a couple have had a lot of turnover.
Yeah, of course. So do you watch that new show on YouTube, the one that comes on tonight or last night, excuse me?
Is that the PGF?
No, I don't know what it's called. I forget what it's called, but I know it's by the UFC. It's the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Their UFC BJJ's Contender Series thing they came out with. Yeah, I watched some of it. It'll be interesting to see what happens with it. I like their little bowl thing. I think that what Craig Jones did at CJI last year with the combat karate pit was really cool, and then UFC's kind of made it an octagon-shaped bowl. And I think that's going to be great for the excitement of the sport and competition and make it more watchable for the common viewer of jiu-jitsu, maybe people that don't practice, because it's constant action. They can't run out when they're getting subbed and have a reset. I think it's a really cool concept.
I believe I saw Craig Jones in an interview yesterday
with Ari.
Yes. Okay. Yes. That's the one. I watched the whole interview, and he was pretty pissed about, his idea being stolen. I didn't know that was his idea, was the pit in the.
The pit came from combat karate or karate combat, whatever it is, over in, I think it's Japan was where it started. And he signed like a licensing deal with them to use it for jiu-jitsu. And then UFC did the UFC things and did their thing and made the bowl. And I think he just wanted credit. But yeah, it was interesting to hear his conversation about that whole subject.
I love how people are getting more excited about the bowl than they are the cage, because the cage was so. I remember when I first watched UFC, I started watching it in 1999, and it was so barbaric looking. It's a steel cage. It's like, the guys can put each other against the cage and stuff like that. Now it's almost as normal as a ring.
Yep. But with the bowl, you can use the bowl, and you can't get yelled at for hooking your toes in the cage. And even, I mean, I don't know if you watched any of CJI last year, but Rotolo and I think he went against Tackett. They were running up it and throwing each other off of it, and it was crazy. It's really, really good for the excitement and the action of jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, I was a little irritated when the referee the other night is just kind of, hovering over these guys when they get out of the bowl. I'm like, throw them out. It don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
That's the risk you take, sir.
Mm-hmm.
They should be patting the outside of it then, if that's the case. I mean,
Yeah.
But, I love how the pit, because anybody could have thought of that, fight in the pit. We could have all thought of that.
Oh, yeah, it's a great name.
It is. I love it. I think it's great. Why didn't I think of this 20 years ago? I could have thought of this.
Right.
You know what? Somebody might have stolen the idea from me too. So whatever. You know.
I mean, what
Yeah.
is it? Oh, good inventors borrow, great inventors steal.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, great artist. Yeah, that's right. I heard that in the movie Soul Man too. Great.
Oh yeah,
What do you say? Yeah, great,
yeah. Great
good
musician,
artist.
good musicians borrow, great musicians steal, or something.
Yeah, good artist. Yeah, or something like
Yeah,
that. That's a good
yeah.
saying, but that's all right. So, what is? So, how you've been competing? How long have you actually competed yet?
Nope. So I'm doing the Jeff Curran Invitational in September up in Chicago, and I've never competed. And Jeff's a good friend. I have a lot of respect for him, and I want to not have my first time competing be at his inaugural event. So this is going to be, and I've talked to DJ who runs the XFA, and there's a lot of opportunities because it's hard when you're my size to find people at my rank. Cause I'm just a blue belt. To find people at my rank and my size who will compete, especially in East Tennessee. I could go to Atlanta, I could go to a bigger city and compete, but DJ runs a lot of these events in the Middle Tennessee, East Tennessee area, and with this, with him starting the jujitsu stuff, I'll get into it more a little bit. But yeah, gonna go out and see how my jujitsu fares because I train primarily Pedro Sauer, who is the association I'm under. I train under one of Pedro's fourth degree black belts, John Hosford in Knoxville. He's one of his legacy black belts. Started in '98, and we're self. I mean, Pedro's self defense OG.
Yeah.
Self defense is what jujitsu was created for. It's kind of jujitsu practitioner, but and I train primarily in gi. I train no gi once in a blue moon. So this is gonna be. I mean, it's gonna be different grips, but the less friction is nice because you can escape things a little easier, especially if you have a little bit of strength. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be fun, and it's at a state park, so I don't know if it's like in a pavilion outside or if
Okay.
it's inside yet. So if it's outside in the middle of July in East Tennessee, it's going to be hot and humid.
I don't get people that do outdoor events. I really don't. This is
I
insane.
mean, I don't either. I know there's one. They're having one. XFA's having one here in Knoxville at the World's Fair Park in end of August. I mean, I think it starts at 8 o'clock at night, which I mean is a little cooler. But right now, I mean it's probably 80, and it's 8:30.
Yeah.
So, but it'll be
What?
interesting.
Yeah. So, what is the? So, I'm assuming you don't do this for a living.
No, I'm a blacksmith.
Blacksmith in 2025.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I got to look up 2025 blacksmiths. I don't know anything about blacksmiths. I thought that was kind of like a dying
So
profession.
full time, I repair and customize high performance boat propellers for like boat racing, stuff like that, and then I fix like up to 44-inch in diameter like sport fishing boat props, big old 300-400 pound bronze props.
No kidding. Are you sure you don't
Mm-hmm.
live in? Are you sure you don't live in Crossville, Tennessee?
Right?
No, I'm gonna tell you. That's cool. I just, I would have called that more of a welder, but but I'm not in the profession, so I don't know.
I mean, there's welding, and then like for my own fun thing I do with it, I make knives and stuff.
Oh, that's
So
cool. So
that's kind of my passion project.
I feel like I should. I feel like we need to make a phone call. I can get you. I can get you to make me one.
I'll make you one. But it's funny because I do that, but I went to college for jazz trumpet performance.
It's funny you mentioned. I'm actually learning jazz guitar right now, so
Nice, man. Jazz is great. I love it.
I do too. I do too. I love jazz, especially if it's done correctly.
What kind of guitar do you play?
I got several. I've got a Strat, but the one that I like to play jazz on is just a simple Les Paul. Like I mean,
Yeah,
night. I mean, that's what Les Paul played himself. So
yeah. I saw Les Paul in 2006 in New York City.
when he was in his 90s, yeah,
I think he
he
was
was.
94 or 95.
Sounds about right.
Uh, but I mean, it was awesome. But yeah, I love Les Pauls. But Telecasters, man, they're hard to beat the tone for just normal playing. I love the sound of a Telecaster.
I do too. I'm actually getting a Telecaster with a humbucker pickup at the neck. So,
Ooh.
so that's kind of my thing is that I have a regular Telecaster, which is like you said, great sound, great tone, all that stuff. But I want to get one more of the humbuckers at the neck too.
Yeah, that'd be cool, man.
Yeah, man. So you're just now competing. I hope you don't let it discourage you if you don't do successful this first time.
Oh, no, not at all. This is very much a learning opportunity. Not having competed, I want to get that adrenaline dump out because my match in September is big for me. It's literally going to be in front of most people in my association will be watching, people that I see a couple times a year. I want to be good for that. But this
Okay.
is going to be a great way to test where I'm at when I still have about 2 months to work on some stuff.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, it's going to be the first time I've got that adrenaline dump since playing sports in high school. But I mean, it's a whole different animal when it's combat because you can train all you want, but until you're going full speed with an audience, with the pressure, I mean, you don't know how good your jiu-jitsu is until it's actually tested.
I interviewed. Do you ever watch Power Slap?
Yeah.
I interviewed Anthony Blackburn a couple of days ago.
Really? I'll have to go find it and watch it.
Yeah, the welterweight champion. You have to find that. And he mentioned that, they have that rule about clubbing. You're not supposed to hit them with
the butt of your wrist.
Right. Or, at least not straight. You can hit them flat.
Yeah.
But my thing is that he said basically, man, you can train all you want, but once you get out there and the nerves are going in, your game plan doesn't completely go out the window. And I'm paraphrasing what he said, but it's like you kind of have to adapt to where you're at currently mentally.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interviewing the heavyweight champ tomorrow night.
Oh, that's cool, man. I can't imagine getting hit by those dudes, man.
You can keep it. You can keep it. It's my new favorite sport, but you can't.
You couldn't pay me enough. I don't think. I mean, you can pay me enough.
Yeah, you can pay me enough, but I will cry the whole time I'm on way to the arena.
Yeah, I don't want to get hit like that.
No, who wants to get hit like that? I mean, especially when you got your hands behind your back holding a fun noodle.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
such an emasculating way to get hit.
I know it's so emasculating way to get hit, but it's so masculine that you're just sitting there taking it. It's like, hit me. Everybody, you've seen so many fighters in the past just put their hands down and say, hey, hit me. He's literally telling you to hit him.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a complete sport of Holloway and Gaethje's last 10 seconds. They're just going all out, but no defense.
I can see that. I like the way that sounds. So going back to jiu-jitsu, man, I'll tell you, I'm assuming, let's see, what did you say, 245, 250?
Yeah.
Somewhere around there. How's your agility at your age?
Well, it's okay. I would like to get to the ground as soon as possible. I play a pressure game. So I use my strength and my size to pressure my way to things. And so I have a much slower game than a lot of the young guys, especially a lot of no-gi guys, because no-gi's super fast. But if I can get some control and get some contact and get some pressure, I can slow it down, which is just how I play. Because in 2017, I tore my ACL, MCL, both meniscus, damaged my PCL a bit, and dislocated my tibia. So my left knee is quite interesting situation. So I've got to modify some stuff and do some things a little differently, and just the way I attack and which direction I attack and stuff. If I'm going to be going for a submission or things of that sort. But I mean, I'm fortunate, even at my age and size. My coaches are both 5'10", 5'11", 160-pound small guys that teach a really small guy form of jiu-jitsu, and they'll modify some stuff for me just because of my size. But I play smaller than I am.
So have you asked advice from your wife? Because she's a yoga. Do you take yoga from her?
She helps me stretch. I don't love stretching, but she's also a lawyer, so she wins those arguments, and so I end up stretching. But yeah, man. I mean, she has helped. Like my hamstrings have always been tight. My hip flexors were really tight when I started. I mean, I couldn't. Ooh, my hands got barely past my knees back at my biggest when I would try to touch my toes, and now I can touch my toes. I can. I mean, my mobility. I'm younger now physically than I was 5, 6 years ago, if that makes sense.
No, I get it, and a lot of guys say that, especially like when you drop weight and you work on your body.
Yeah,
That being said, I started taking up DDP yoga. Couldn't hardly get off.
love it.
Yeah. Have you done it?
I've watched some interviews of it. I've not done it. I love the concept of it because it makes it accessible to dudes.
Let me tell you something. Did you see that video of that guy that was on crutches? The arm crutches.
Oh, dude, yes! What a story.
I'm not kidding. And I'm not just saying this. Audience at home who knows me, I've always been authentic. It made me a believer, and I did
Yeah.
it. I couldn't get off the couch hardly a year and a half, or a year ago, should I say? August of last year, I started doing it. I slowed down a little bit for a couple months, then I got picked it back up. Man, my posture's better. If I ate a little bit better, I would do better in that department and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I love it. I fully endorse yoga now, and I completely endorse DDP yoga. Shout out to Diamond Dallas Page. Shout out to you, man.
Absolutely.
But I look forward to it.
Well, I tried to go to a hot yoga class one time that my wife was teaching. I made it. Granted, I was bigger. I made it 15 minutes. I don't know how the people who do that. I mean, they're so fit. It's a calisthenic kind of fit, but it's so impressive.
Oh, it impresses the hell out of me every time. It really does.
Mhm.
And I haven't even gotten to the advanced part because I'm still a pretty big dude, and it's harder for me to get off the ground doing some of that advanced stuff.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
So we'll see. We'll see, man.
Well, keep going at it, man.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man. Like, well, so you got your thing tomorrow, this weekend, and then you got your thing in September.
Mm-hmm.
Reschedule with me and keep me updated.
Okay.
I want you to do that because I'm about to end this interview now. But
Okay.
I want you to keep in touch with me. Let me know how it is. First time on Millions. Thank you for allowing me into your home.
Absolutely, bro.
And I hear the birds chirping and the crickets, or what do they call those things?
Cicadas. We got a couple cicada broods this year.
Cicadas. There you go. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Hey, man, look, hey, Knoxville, Tennessee. That's it sounds
Smoky
like
Mountains, baby.
I know. I wish I could live there. I heard it's higher than Giraffe Booty, though. So
It can be, yeah.
I'm telling you, man. Well, I'm gonna end this show. I'm gonna message you about maybe seeing if you got any pictures of not your knives that you do and stuff like that. And I might have to have you make a few for me.
Yeah, man.
That'll work. Ladies and gentlemen, my guest at this time has been Ben Anderson, and and one more time, the floor is yours. Tell me the events in specific.
Yeah, so tomorrow, XFA BJJ 1 in Crossville, Tennessee. It's the pay-per-view on Millions. And then doing a 16-man absolute division kind of tournament in the Octagon. And then September 6th, I'm going to be up in Chicago at the Jeff Kern Inaugural Invitational.
That's what it is. Ben Anderson, thank you for joining me. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Hank Russell Invitation. Y'all have a pleasant evening.
See ya.